And, one thing too is that, on TikTok, I think they're going to let me post again today. I'm not sure. I did like this little tiny clip of just a beach shore, and they let me post it. I didn't hashtag or anything, so I don't know. I'm going to try again to post another thing. But some of the things that they don't, when they're taking me down, and I'm not talking about the stuff that they don't want out there, I'm talking about some other stuff, then you have to start realizing that they don't want you to they want you to be scared of aliens as if they're monsters. They want you to think you have to go through the Bible because they control the Bible to get to God or anything spiritual, and that it's all about judgment and you're a bad person. You're not deserving. You need a savior. You're so rotten, You need somebody to come in and save you, and this person's willing to save everybody. To me, that this stuff is like, I don't understand how people can really believe that stuff, but I know a lot of people who do. Like, it's their whole life is this book, is what the preacher says on Sunday, is their whole life. I just don't live that way. So I spend time in nature. I spend time in meditation. Like I said, they've been talking to me since I was a little kid. Like, they tell me things. They give me insights. They show me things. You don't, some people want to say, oh, that's the devil. It's the devil showing you things, because God doesn't, angels don't, it's the devil. It's like, that's your limiting beliefs that gets you in that mindset, because, it doesn't make any sense. If it's the devil who's trying to, seduce me, then why is it all about unity and love and people feeling good about themselves? Because my idea of the devil is the energy that is negative. You have positive and you have negative, and the negative is it's what's going on in this experience, in this reality. That is where there is so much about the duality, the positive and the negative. And the negative, it had taken over this world. It had really, it had become a disease. I explain about this in other videos, about the disease of what is the real disease. And it is this, this negative creation that was misguiding people. And it, was a creation all of its own to create so much harm. And, it's a really mucky, yucky energy. And so as the light comes in, it shines the light on the muck, the drudgery, all of the yucky energy. It shines a light on it, exposes it. And as this planetary system is happening of ascension, the planet it's going up. The planet's been beat down and abused for a long freaking time. And you have to understand that the universe is alive. Planets, animal, everything is in life. Everything's in communication with everything else. And you're a part of this. You're caught up in this like worldly system. And you believe that this is what life is, but it's not. Life is a living being. Life is alive all around you. The disease is this caught in this illusion, believing that it's a real, that this is really what life is, because it's not what life is. Life is about connection and growth and love and, You know, it's about expansion and creativity. And so, you know, as the planet is ascending, so the planet is moving into higher dimensions. It's breaking free from this control that has been going on, and that's why we are having this battle that is going on with malevolent and benevolent beings that have been a part of this Earth experiment from the very beginning. You know, and they're fighting for control over human beings. So, but human beings have now evolved to the point of understanding who and what they are. So many, you know, have been through life after life after life and are here for this whole ascension process because they have come to that realization and they are ready to level up along with the planet, and they will. And, you know, there's other ones that aren't ready for that and, you know, will go out and go live other experiences in other realities, you know, and who knows, maybe, you know, it's just like they go into a dream and maybe they go and just put them in a freaking pods and plug them in and they just dream for a while till they're ready. I don't know, you know, but there's lots of other experiences, you know, and I don't know, you know, I mean, when you're in a dream, do you sit there and go, oh, wait, where's my mom? Oh, wait, where's my dad? Hey, is that the same house? You know, so consciousness can easily be tricked into thinking it's going. I mean, that's what's happening right here. This consciousness is being tricked into thinking this illusion is real. So the earth is pulling out from all of this negatively charged energy. It's pulling away from that energy. So humans are, you know, you're a part of the earth, but you're also an independent soul. You're a sovereign being. You are, you know, you're not a part of the earth as, you know, a tree or whatever. So, you know, that would go with the earth automatically. The beings get an opportunity to go, but not all of them will be ready for it. You know, not everybody's on the same level. So in this exposing, this is the pulling away, and it's showing us this deep, dark energy that is here, that what people would consider to be demon or devils or whatever, you know, but it's energy. And you know, and energy can become enough to become a conscious being. So, you know, there's definitely a place for negative beings and negativity, you know, you have to have both. But the whole thing is that in this, what's happening here in this planetary system now is the splitting away from that. It is this process to go into this other reality of incarnations. So the incarnation cycle for this planet will change because it will be about different experiences, and it won't be about what's been going on here. And that's the freeing. We're being freed from that. So it is like we've been all living in hell. You know, I've said that for so long. God, I remember saying that when I was a kid, and I would hear people talk about, you know, heaven and hell, and you better be careful or you're going to go to hell. I was always like, this is hell. We're in hell. This is what you're talking about. This place right here. When you talk about hell, that's what you're talking about, is this place. But, you know, people couldn't see it. Now people are seeing a lot more because the universe is working with your soul to wake you up so that you can start seeing things a lot more clearly, a lot more of a deeper understanding on a spiritual level, because the opportunity is there for everybody, but it isn't like you can just jump on board, you know, like, oh, here, you know, let me on that plane, I'm ascending. That's not how it works, because, you know, then we'd have a bunch of people who, you know, were on the new earth, who took the test, pass the test, but they don't know the lessons. So what good does that do? You have to know the lessons. You have to go through the process to learn, to go up. That's the leveling up, is because you've gone through the process. And then, you get to, like, it's a win. But you don't, it's not an automatic thing. It's not like, oh, I understand about spirits and stuff, so automatically I'm going. It's not about that. It's all about, this is the thing, is so many people think, because of like what religion has said and all of that stuff, that they think they have this understanding of what this is all about. But it's not. It is just souls. Like, the real existence of the planet, of the whole existence, is you have energy. You have energy that has become aware of itself. Energy that has become aware of itself on the level that it goes through experiences to expand itself, to have deeper understanding of what and who they really are. So you go through experiences, you go through incarnations, so you get to go in and experience who and what you are. And through those experiences, you expand, you become more of an understanding of who and what you are. And the more you understand who and what you are, the more that you have understanding and compassion for others. So you move out of that judgment, you move into forgiveness, you move out of resentment. It's just, you move into like the opposite of these things that have held people back in this existence. So that is this soul, this soul journey. But a soul, remember, you have infinity. I mean, a soul is just, you can't kill a soul. You can't, a soul just keeps going and going and going and going. I've heard that the reason why the nuclear stuff isn't allowed is because it is actually the only thing that can kill a soul. So that's why, like, ships go over our nuclear plants, and they make them not work. Like, if we released a nuclear weapon, it would be, melted or whatever. They don't allow that stuff because it can kill a soul, is what my understanding of what I've read and stuff. So, but that's on you to go out and you go find your own understanding. Don't shame me because of what I understand. That makes no sense. And you're holding yourself back. That's a sad thing. You're wasting time on something that doesn't matter. But as a soul, so you have all these souls that are here, not everybody, it's not like, okay, line up class, class 1, all the souls are getting born today, so everybody line up, let's go. It's not like that, and so all these souls are at different levels. When you're a soul, you're doing your own thing. You're not, I think I was one of just like incarnation, and wanted to learn and wanted to understand and stuff, because that's just in me. It's just who I am. So, and it's probably why I've already ascended and descended to come back to help, because that's what souls do. You go up and then you go back. You go up, you go back, because you want to help souls learn how to expand themselves, to have deeper understanding of themselves, especially in a situation like this where so many souls are trapped and being misled by, masters of the universe, and how much of this information that they want to keep away from people, because they don't want people to understand who and what they are and what the universe is and how much bigger it is, and what the soul is all about. They think like so much matters about this one little life. Yeah, you will take significant lessons from this life. Every life you have lessons that you will learn. But, the things that a lot of people hold on to and, put great value in don't matter. And, it's a releasing of that. It's the expansion, going beyond what you consider the rulers and their rules, and starting to understand your own self and your own rules that you make for yourself. That's why we're seeing so much of this, people understanding about tyranny and pulling free. Why this huge freedom movement is all around you. It is souls that know, like, hey, no, you don't get to tell me what to do. And that is the awakening process of awakening to the fact that you are something more than you've been told. And a lot of people are really caught up in, like, go right into the Bible, another controlling thing for more information. I personally say go outside of that and start looking for more information outside of that, because that's limiting yourself again. And that's how cults are created, is this limited information. And so many people are just willing, they'll call people like, oh, you're in a cult, when really they are the ones participating in cult mentality. And you need to go and look for lots of information. Think of life as an exploration of information, to go out and just explore all information. And pretty soon you start finding, like, hey, this really makes sense to me. Like, makes sense to me on a level, like, weird. And some people will fight it, like, oh no, just like I had talked about with the whole gay thing. If you go in and you start being like to the level of seeing a soul and not seeing the show, and being like you love the soul, and you suddenly find yourself of like in a relationship with the same sex or something, then you start questioning yourself. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm gay? Does that mean this? It doesn't mean anything. It means what you think it means, But those are things where you have to come to terms with all of that stuff. There's so many things, so many lessons right now that are being out there and being highlighted for people to learn about themselves and to expand beyond what they imagine themselves to be. And, but there's also, there's not going to be everybody on this path towards enlightenment. Not everybody will go to ascend, some people will just die, and they'll go in and they'll do their life review, and they won't go back to earth. That's the thing too, where people think like it is, earth is the universe. Earth is just a place. It's just a planetary system that people go for incarnation. It was experiences. The new Earth is going to be about different kinds of experiences, where the Earth gets to blossom, become its best self, because it's been abused by so many people for so long. So when they go to their, like, the people who will die in this, whatever's going on, they go to their life review, they look at it, they see everything in another perspective, they grow. They may go to, you can only go to planets that you are to their level. So a lot of the planetary systems that people talk about, as the aliens that, people are aware of, you're aware of them because they are higher vibration. They are more spiritually expanded. So we can see up, we can see about them, but that doesn't mean that you would die and you would go into that experience. You can only go into what level you would be ready for, so you can't go to higher vibration experience than what you are ready. You have to complete that learning, that experience. There has to be a completion before you get to go into the next. And it's different levels. Boy, she's just really snoozing away. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people here who are going to just stay stuck, and they're going to just, keep wanting to fight with people, keep wanting to argue, don't want to look at their own stuff, would rather just go get drunk than to feel their pain, or, go have sex with 10 more girls so they don't have to think about, their own insecurities. So, everything that is happening is that opportunity, but each soul has free will to make those decisions of where they want to focus their energy. And so I'm talking to the people who are on that track of enlightenment, are on that track for ascension, are focused on that in their life. So, if you're not focused on that, then, I'm definitely the wrong person to be listening to. And, if you are focused on, what's happening in the Bible, and that's the only text that you can, really understand, I would tell you to go out and try and learn more about other ancient texts as well. And there's so many channelers, but see, if you think that it's all coming from the devil, it's all these limitations that you are being taught to limit your information. And as long as you want to hold on to those limitations, I can't. It comes from within to want to expand beyond. So, yeah, if you are, really in that whole thing, there's going to be a lot of lessons to learn. Don't go off of your path. If your lessons are about, God and religion, stay on that path. You will, your lessons will come to you. And everything will make itself clear to you. It may not go the way you're thinking it's going to go. It may not be going the way you hope it's going to go. But there will definitely be lessons. There's always lessons. So, but yeah, anybody who, is not on that path of healing and ascension and, wanting to understand more about what life really is, what the purpose is, and what a soul really is, and what it represents in the whole world, and why it exists, and what it's doing and stuff. That's the stuff I talk about. So yeah, if you're not interested in that, you definitely not want to, sit and listen to me, especially because I have a brain injury. I may not make sense. I may jump around. I may forget what I'm talking about in the middle of talking. So that's who I am. And I can accept that about myself. And, if you can't accept certain things about other people, then, that's probably something that is being highlighted to you so that you can work on that for yourself, so that you can also expand yourself and break free of some of the chains that bind you down. So anyways, I will talk to you later.